What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jenny and today we're gonna go over my October TBR. Of course, it's not just any TBR. We are using the TBR jar, which in fact is not a jar, it's just a mug full of prompts that I made like 3 years ago, but it does the job. So yes, today we are picking out 8 prompts and that's gonna tell us what books to pick out for those prompts. I think you know how this works probably, I'm sure. I am so excited because October is my favorite season of all time and I love spooky things. I love spooky books. I just love October. And I have so many books that I want to read, so I hope that the prompts will do me good today and that I can pick them for the books that I want to read. I'm definitely going to pick more books that I could possibly read this month, but that's okay. We're just going to have plenty to choose from. Without further ado, let's go ahead and pick out our prompts for today's TBR. Okay, here is prompt number 1. Okay, we got a Kindle Unlimited book. This is not good for my physical TBR, I'll tell you what. I just posted like all of the books that are on my physical TBR and I literally have 151. So this is not helping me, but let me look at my Kindle app on my phone. I should also say too, I am reading Phantasma for my book club and I just joined this book club and I'm super excited, but that's the book that we're reading. So I have that one already on my radar, but I'm not going to include it in my 8. But as far as other books that are on Kindle Unlimited, I am thinking Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. This one is interesting because it actually has like pictures that a child draws inside of the book, and it's like a creepy kid story. I don't really know much more than that. I don't really like to know anything about my thrillers when I go into them. We could do that, or I have been thinking about starting the Windy City series and starting Mile High, and honestly I might just do both in the month. Who knows? But I think because it is spooky season, we are gonna do Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak just because it looks spooky. I've heard that it's spooky. My sister's read this one and she really liked it, so we're gonna pick this one for our first prompt. Okay, pick number 2. I'm running out of prompts in this jar too, so we're gonna have to make new ones soon. Prompt number 2, we got a hardcover book. Okay, that's kind of a freebie, right? Like I said, there's so many books that I want to read and I'm trying to figure out how I can get them on my TBR, so let's see. Okay, so these are 2 that I was potentially thinking about doing. So first up we have Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This one takes place on the night of Halloween and it's like a Agatha Christie retelling. What is that one that's really popular by her? And Then There Were None. And honestly, this one might actually be that too. This one is With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. Riley Sager is my favorite thriller author, if you've not heard me say that already. And this is his newest read. Okay, yeah, an excerpt from the back says a clever and fun mashup of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None and Murder on the Orient Express. So that's funny that both of these have that aspect in them. I did not know that. I've owned this one for far longer than this one. Okay, I'm actually struggling. I don't know which one I want to do. I feel like this one makes sense because it takes place on Halloween and it's like a gothic house on an island. So maybe I'll do this one. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think I am going to pick Daisy Darker simply because this one does take place around Halloween, so I think it would be perfect to read at the end of the month on the days that it's actually taking place. So we're gonna pick this one for prompt number 2. Okay, prompt number 3. Okay, this one is A Place in the Title. A place in the title. Okay, let me see, like a place as in like a destination, a location. What does place in the title mean? Let me just see what I got. Okay, the only ones that I could actually think of that had a place in the title, I just have a few. So I have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata, this chunker of a book. I tried to read this like a few years ago. It looks like I got about 280 pages in and I did not finish it. So I could read this. I don't know. I don't remember if I was liking it or not. Probably not since I didn't finish it and I got that far. Or I have One in Rome by Sarah Adams, and I think this one could be good. The only thing is I really wanted to read this one in November. I don't know why. It just like screams November with the pie. I don't know. But I don't think this one even is like autumnal anyways, so I think I am gonna choose this one because it's shorter than The Wall of Winnipeg and Me for sure. And it does like look like a cute little small town romance. And she goes to Rome, Kentucky for her Roman holiday. And it looks like she is a pop star and he is a baker. So we'll put this one on for prompt number 3. Number 4, A Book with Magic. Okay, that's what we're looking for in October. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Okay, for this pick, I am going to do A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. This is the same author who wrote The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I just read that in this past September, and I really, really loved it. It was just like the sweetest, warmest hug inside of a book. It was just so sweet and so cozy, and I think this one will probably be the same. I don't really know what this one is about, and I don't really care to. I just think it's probably gonna also be cozy and cute, so this is gonna be our fourth prompt. All right, 4 down, 4 to go. Here's number 5. This ugly cover. Okay, so mean. I honestly am a gal that buys books based off their covers. So I don't have, I feel like, ugly covers. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I don't really think this is ugly, but it's also not like super crazy, beautiful, gorgeous. This is The Nothing Man by Catherine Ryan Howard. This one actually sounds really interesting. This is a thriller, and it's about a girl who survived like an attack of her whole family, and she was the only one that survived, and then years later she is writing a book about it. And then we're also following this guy who's reading about this book and realizes that she is on his trail and he's actually the one who killed her whole family, and so it kind of unravels from there, and he's the Nothing Man. I do think this one sounds really entertaining and really fun, so we're gonna put this on for number 5. Number 6. Okay, I keep hitting 2. This one's long. Ends in an odd number of pages. Okay, so this one I get to have a little bit of freedom with, I feel like. So I'm gonna pick some books that I want to read, and then we'll look at their pages and see. Okay, these are all books that I would like to get to, so let's see how many pages are in all of these. Soul Searching by Lila Sage. This one just came out. This is probably the one that I kind of want to read the most, so let's see how many pages. 337. So we would be able to do this one. If It Makes You Happy by Julie Clark. This one just screams fall. Does it not? Julie Clark, Julie Olivia. Okay, and this one has 497, so we could do this one too. We have The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. This one has 306. We cannot do that one. Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. This one has, I don't want to spoil anything. This one has 322, so that one won't work. Okay, I do think I want to do Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I've never read a book by her, but I just love this cover so much. And I think this one is a little bit like paranormal, like ghosts and stuff maybe. I don't know for certain, but I'm gonna put this one on for number 6, and hopefully we can get these other books for our other ones. Here's our next one, number 7. A book you've had for a long time. That is none of the books I just showed you because I just bought all of those. Okay, a book that I've had for a long time. I really struggle to read books that I own. Like if I buy books, then I just want to read my new books, and I really struggle to buy the books that I do already own, so this will be good for me. Okay, I have 2 options here for me. So the first is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I have had this book for a very long time. I love this cover so much. It is so dang cute. This one is about a girl who was obsessed with true crime, and she's convinced that her neighbor is a serial killer, but this is a romance. Otherwise, I have My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing, and this is probably one of the oldest books that I still have on my shelf that I have not read yet. And I have tried to read this a few times. This one is like, it says on the back, Dexter meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and it's about a couple who are serial killers. And yes, I've tried to read this one a few times and I just can't get into it. I know the chapters are super short, so it would be a quick read, I would assume. But I've also read a different book by Samantha Downing and I didn't love it, and I didn't love the writing, so that's why I'm just hesitant to pick it up. So I think I'm gonna put Love in the Time of Serial Killers on my TBR, and I'm smiling because I've just owned this book for so long, so we'll see if I read it. Okay, we've got only one more pick left. I'm really sad. Okay, here we go. Last one. This one says yellow on the cover. Let's see, do any of my books that I want to read have yellow? Her shirt, I'm gonna say that that's yellow. This one is kind of a stretch. Are the hay bales yellow? Or is that orange? You know what? We're just gonna do The Kiss Curse because I want to read this. This is the second book to The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, and when I read that like 2 years ago at the beginning of October, it set me in the October mood so well. It is literally the best like witchy vibes. Like it's not gonna be the most amazing story of your life, or at least I thought so, but it was just such good vibes, and it was so just like quick, easy, good. So this is the second installment of that. So super short. I'm probably gonna read this at the beginning of the month so it sets the tone for the rest of the month, but this is gonna be our final pick for our October TBR. Okay, so these are all of the books that we picked out together. Plus we also have Hidden Pictures and Phantasma. If you have read any of these books, please let me know. Please let me know if you liked them, loved them, hated them, and which one I should start with first. And if you want to see any of these books in a reading vlog, let me know. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!